Thales Institute wrote an article called Mind Matters: How to Effortlessly Make More Positive Thoughts. In this article, they reported how the National Science Foundation found research that proves that humans have between 12 to 60,000 thoughts per day. They also mentioned how 80% of those thoughts are negative. That is a powerful statistic, realizing our current situation. As many of us are self-isolating, we have been left alone to not only our own homes and devices, but our own minds. And for some of us, it may not be the most desirable place to be. If you are like me and you struggle with anxiety, this situation can seem quite daunting and cause a lot of fear even for the average person. Mental health has been on a decline since we have been locked down. And through this presentation, I will explore the mental health crisis, where it stems from, and how to properly combat it. So what is the mental health crisis? Well, as we are locking down, we have lost access to many doctors and professionals that can not only lead us to the right places, but teach us about information we need to properly take care of ourselves. The National Alliance on Mental Illness has started to find ways to remotely set up hotlines that are rising as doctors on the front lines are becoming emotionally exhausted, students are becoming overwhelmed, and people are becoming extremely fearful. This is not uncommon due to the uncertainty of the situation. We have lost our social interactions, and it turns out that the hello from the barista you see every Thursday means a whole lot more than we realized originally. We are being overloaded by media updates that recycle the same information, only with saddening reports of higher death rates. And with these combinations of things, we are losing our sense of normality. We are not going outside anymore. We are not seeing our friends. Some of us cannot even see our families. And to say it is difficult would be an understatement. So, where does this all stem from? It is due to the COVID-19 pandemic that is currently shaking the world, to say the least. COVID-19 is a respiratory virus that is not only dangerous due to the physical symptoms of it, but more importantly, its infectious nature. COVID-19 can last in the air for 3 hours after someone has coughed. It can last on our cardboard packages for 24 hours. And victims of this disease can, even though they recover, can infect others for an unknown amount of time. It is horrifying and stress-inducing. Many of us are feeling extremely overwhelmed, and our nation's only choice was to order us to shelter in place. And as we have sheltered in place, we have realized that perhaps our lives are not as beautiful or joyful as we originally thought. We used to immerse ourselves in digital distractions and friends, going out to bars and parties, going out to the beach or the lake, and enjoying those external situations. But many of us have lost touch with ourselves. And realizing that now has been quite upsetting. And we do not know how to cope. Because of this, it is important that we educate ourselves onto how to. We cannot rely on people noticing when we're not okay anymore. We must acknowledge it for ourselves, accept it, and assume responsibility for it. So how are proper ways we can take care of ourselves? Well, the CDC recommends exercise, as it's been proven to improve mood, stress capacity, in taking stress, and improving our sleep. We can also manage our sleep better to make sure we are getting the proper 8 hours that are recommended for us. And in doing so, give our minds a moment to rest and relax. We can also do yoga to align our mind and our body with each other again, and meditate to clear out and see what we are in control, which are ourselves only currently. And maybe that sense of control can help you quite a bit. There are also mental activities we can do to help create a new sense of normality, such as time management to make sure we are getting our responsibilities done and dealt with. We can journal to express our emotions. We can practice mindfulness to be aware of our surroundings. And we can limit our access to social media and its updates. If media isn't helping you and the information is only harming or scaring you, we should stay away from it. It's important to not fearmonger ourselves and to take everything with a grain of salt. These strategies can save our lives because it is not only our social or professional lives that are at stake, but also our physical ones. If you are like me, these last few weeks have been difficult, but it is time to step up to the plate and take care of ourselves, because no one else will. It is essential that we make our minds the havens they were meant for, as we create a new sense of normality in the world, not only for us, but for our future.